Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Vanderbilt's Lakers opening night status receives optimistic update. The Los Angeles Lakers will enter training camp ahead of the 2024-25 NBA season with a lot of questions to answer. Aside from the headlines surrounding J.J. Redick's first year with the organization and the pending debut of Bronny James alongside LeBron James, there are also some injury concerns surrounding this team. Vanderbilt, who missed a vast majority of the 2023-24 season, is one of the players in question. After dealing with foot issues throughout last season, Vanderbilt underwent procedures on each of his feet this summer, according to ESPN's Dave McMenamin. The good news is that Lakers executive Rob Pelinka revealed on Wednesday that the 25-year-old forward is recovering well and that the team is optimistic he will be ready for opening night on October 22 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. One of Vanderbilt's foot issues was caused by a bone spur in his right foot, an issue that was addressed shortly after the season, according to McMenamin. At the same time, Vanderbilt underwent a procedure on the other foot as well. Ahead of training camp, Vanderbilt is joined by Gabe Vincent and Jalen Hood-Schifino as other Lakers players that have been medically cleared for the start of camp. In a total of 29 games last season, Vanderbilt averaged 5.2 points and 4.8 rebounds per game while shooting 51.8% from the floor. Since joining the Lakers during the 2022-23 season, the young power forward has made a name for himself defensively due to his athleticism and length. Los Angeles has valued his effort and ability to be a primary defender on the wing, which is why the Lakers rewarded Vanderbilt with a 4-year, $48 million extension last September. Should he be healthy for the start of the regular season, Vanderbilt will hold a key role off the bench in Redick's nightly rotations. Even with the optimistic outlook for Vanderbilt returning to the court, this still doesn't solve all of the Lakers' problems entering training camp ahead of the 2024-25 season. The constant talk of trade conversations surrounding the Lakers has negatively impacted the team's morale, and D'Angelo Russell has been at the forefront of these discussions. Redick is going to have his work cut out for him to get Russell on the same page and locked in without the outside distractions. There are then the problems of this team ranking 15th in offensive rating and 16th in defensive rating a season ago. These are average numbers, and that is reflective of the average 47-35 record Los Angeles put together, which saw them eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. Vanderbilt returning to the mix and possibly being ready for opening night will provide the Lakers with a spark. Hopefully, for their sake, Vanderbilt's clean bill of health will help energize the team at the start of the season. Vanderbilt update: Lakers hopeful after multiple off-season surgery on feet. As the Los Angeles Lakers were looking to stave off elimination against the Denver Nuggets in the 2024 NBA playoffs, Vanderbilt was upgraded to questionable for Game 5 despite a right foot sprain. It represented the first time in more than 2 months that Vanderbilt was going to potentially be available for former Lakers head coach Darvin Ham. However, the 25-year-old did not see the floor and the Lakers season came to an end that night. Now nearly 5 months later, Vanderbilt is still facing some uncertainty as the start of training camp looms on Tuesday, October 1. This offseason he did have 2 procedures, one on each of his feet. The procedures were highly successful and he's on a return-to-play program that so far has been lockstep and very promising, led by our new director of performance, Dr. Leroy Sims, and his team, Lakers Vice President of Basketball Operations and General Manager Rob Pelinka revealed on Wednesday. They've been doing a great job and we have a lot of optimism that when the real games start, he'll be available. Between now and then, there's still about a month and a lot of ramp-up steps that need to go well. So hopefully there won't be setbacks. But so far, very promising, and we're grateful he has the issues in his feet behind him. It's now just a matter of getting fully ramped up and ready to be cleared. Vanderbilt decided against having surgery after suffering the foot injury at the beginning of February. Prior to Pelinka's comments, it had not been known that Vanderbilt had any sort of off-season surgery. Pelinka added the procedures were completed at the same time and occurred after the Lakers were eliminated from the playoffs. Left heel bursitis and the right midfoot sprain limited Vanderbilt to just 29 games in his first full season with the Lakers. "It definitely was frustrating not being available," Vanderbilt said during exit interviews. "It's been a long year dealing with injuries and trying to get healthy to be there for the team. So it definitely was frustrating, especially knowing I could have contributed to some of the stuff we were lacking this year. So definitely was frustrating." Even while acknowledging some of the health concerns and need to get healthy, Lakers head coach J.J. Redick recently outlined the areas he plans to utilize Vanderbilt. Redick lauded Vanderbilt's defensive skills, versatility, and how he can help bring energy to the roster. "Those are all aspects Redick noted successful teams in the playoffs had." Jayson Tatum compares his resume to a 27-year-old LeBron's, his skills coach says. Drew Hanlen, a basketball skills coach, implied that Boston Celtics star Jayson Tatum isn't seeking revenge after he didn't play all that much for Team USA in the 2024 Paris Olympics. Hanlen instead suggested that Tatum, who will turn 27 in March, believes his resume is comparable to the resumes that players like Michael Jordan, Stephen Curry, and LeBron James had when they were around his age. "I think a lot of people are like, oh, he's out for revenge," Hanlen told ESPN. "I don't think Jayson looks at it like that. He's like, compare my resume at 27 to Michael Jordan, who never won one at 27. Compare it to LeBron, who had won one. Compare it to Steph, who had one." As Tatum approaches his 27th birthday, he arguably already has a Hall of Fame resume. The former Duke University star has 5 All-Star selections, 4 All-NBA nods, an All-Star Game MVP award and an NBA title since he joined the league ahead of the 2017-18 campaign. It is certainly impressive that Tatum is already an NBA champion, but he arguably wasn't the best player on the Celtics during their title run. While he led the Celtics in points, assists and rebounds per game during the 2024 NBA playoffs, he didn't score the rock in an efficient manner. Tatum shot 42.7% from the floor and 28.3% from three-point range. There's a strong case to be made that Jaylen Brown was the Celtics' most impactful player when accounting for both sides of the ball. After all, Brown won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP and NBA Finals MVP awards. Also, Jordan, Curry, and James were all MVP winners in their 20s, while Tatum has yet to come all that close to winning the award. Tatum has never placed in the top 3 in the league's MVP voting. He finished 6th in the race last season. The forward has a resume that few players in the league today can match or top, especially players around his age. However, it's debatable whether Tatum has ever been in the conversation for being the best player in the league. Hence, it's hard to tell if he belongs in the same breath as Curry, Jordan, and James when thinking of each of those players at roughly 27. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Jayson Tatum? Leave your opinion in the comments.